belly's growling. I hope you don't hear that.
Here, let's put right close to you. All right, you should be live.
Does
you
it
should
say
see
like
comments
any
there.
people there? Hello?
No, we just.
Okay, hi everybody. This is Deborah at the Labyrinth, and this is my first go around with getting dragged into technology here. A Q&A. So if anybody has any questions, it doesn't matter what subject it is, I'll be more than happy to help answer that, and if I can direct you to the right place or the right information. But while I'm waiting for people to go online, I want to just talk about some things that I've noticed in the store of common questions that people come to me and ask. And one of the major questions here is about cleaning, about saging, you know, how they do it. And a lot of people do it and they think they are doing it correctly, according to what they've seen or heard or learned from someone else. But in my experience, you know, it's energy, you're moving energy. So when you move energy out, you have to replace it because you're leaving a void. So a lot of people, they say sage is, you know, a thing to clean your house. Yes, it is, but there's many other things that you can use. You can use rosemary, salt, holy water sprays, Palo Santo, salts, different kinds of salts, red brick dust. It doesn't matter what you use, but most people do use the sage. And the sage comes in different varieties. It comes in loose sage. It comes in a package, which I have. This is the loose sage, and you need to put it in a pot and burn it. And you go around the room in a clockwise direction.
It's actually just me at the moment.
What?
This is great so far, but it's just me at the moment. And don't worry, it's okay.
What?
I know, it's...
What am I doing?
You're fine.
Am I on?
Yep, you are live.
Oh, okay.
Just got a second person.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Just wanted to move the microphone a little closer.
Oh, see how new I am to this? I have no clue.
So
The people that know me out there know how much I hate computers. Yeah. But anyway, this is the loose sage here. And this is California. I only get the California white. And I'm not pushing products, so please don't take it that way. I'm trying to explain the different methods of sage, how it comes in, and how to use it. So it comes in loose form, and that's put in a pot. And you light it, and you blow out gently the flame. And then you go in a clockwise direction in each room with the intent of removing any and all negativity from that space. And I'll tell you more about that method in a minute, but I just wanted to show you the different forms. This is a sage stick, and this comes in different sizes and types. Some people like it with lavender in it, or any other herbs, but or sweetgrass. But I prefer the white sage myself. But different people like different things, so it does come in different varieties, and this also comes in several different sizes. This is the sweetgrass, and the sweetgrass is also used for cleaning negativity in a space. And some people like to use that. I like to use this outside only, not really inside, because I'm not good with stuff like this. I tend to set stuff on fire, so you know, I like to rather use it outside. Of course, not during dry season. And then we have the Palo Santo, and the Palo Santo is it's called the holy wood, and this has been used for centuries by many indigenous peoples. And I really like the smell of this. It's a very woodsy smell, but it's not overpowering. And you can chop this up, and you can light it and use it forever and ever and ever. I've got a piece over here that I've been using for 5 years now. So you light it, and you go around the room in the same way in a clockwise direction. Your sage can also be used in a shell, and a lot of people like to use the abalone shells, but the abalone shells, you have to be careful with those because they do break from heat. So I recommend that you line it with aluminum foil, like a pie tin, you know, overline it, and then put either Morton salt in it or sand or some other kind of substance, rice, whatever. And then you could put your charcoal on there to burn herbs or oils or different things. But you could also use it to hold while you burn your sage on there. And some people like to use a feather around the room. So when you're saging, you're not only just putting the sage around the room. You have to use your mind, because that's where all the magic happens. It's not in the stuff. The stuff helps us, but it's really your intent. So what you do is, what I've done successfully is you imagine little ashes coming together into a ball, and then you put that ball into Mother Earth. Mother Earth will recycle energy. That's energy. Energy is energy. Remember, it's the intent of the energy. So you're going to take that negative and you're going to throw it into the ground. Then you're going to connect to a higher source of power. Now, this is where a lot of people get confused, because they confuse the connection with the source of creation with religion, and it's actually two separate things. So you could be any religion or none, but you connect to something higher than yourself to fill up the room with a gold light after you get rid of the negative. And what it does is it prevents the negative from coming back in. So a lot of people take the negative, they throw it out the door, and then they wonder why the negative just comes sucking back in 10 times faster than it did before. It's because they did not fill that vibration with a higher vibration to prevent the negative from coming in. So I'd like to, any questions anybody has about anything? Hi, Anne-Marie. Hi, Jerica. Hey, Barbara. Anybody have any questions about anything? Because it's kind of like a test thing that we're doing. I'd like to do one in the evening for a couple of hours, but you know, I'm all new to this, so please forgive me for that. But anybody has any questions, let me know, or any subject that they would like to pick my brain about, that'd be great. Hey, so the next thing that I can talk about is, if you would like to, we have the season coming up now of the fall, you know, Halloween. And this is another thing that I get around this time of year. And a lot of people are under a lot of misconceptions and biases due to religion, family, movies, TV, whatever, you know, the horror thing. So I call it, you know, the parade of those possessed. So we have 'tis the season of possession coming up, where a lot of people believe that, you know, something's following them, something's in them, something's in their house. Now, there's a way to distinguish a lot of these things, as well as, oh, someone put a curse on me, that's another one. But, you know, a lot of times people feel the negative energy, something just went black.
I do not know why it's black.
Our screen here just went. Anybody out there that can you please type in if you can see me here?
Pardon our,
We have technical difficulties.
there it is.
Okay, our technical difficulty was fixed. But anyway, I was talking about this time of year about how people.
Hold on, there's an echo.
Oh, no, we have another technical difficulty. So we have to work the bugs out before we do the 2-hour one. So just excuse us a minute.
Try that now.
Okay. Alrighty. So I'm going to start with first about people say there's something in my house. You know, I can't see the comments. I can't see if anyone's asking the question.
I'm so sorry.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not even looking. I just want to see if anyone's going to say if they have a question. A lot of people come in and say there's something in my house. Well, a lot of times when I talk to the person, I find out that they're going through a highly emotional state or a life-changing event. And what it really is their own energy, because emotion is highly charged energy with thought along with it, which makes it more powerful. And I suggest a cleaning of the house, inside and out, you know, creating a bubble outside the house for protection against negativity also. And I also recommend that they do a cleaning on themselves. You know that feeling of when someone has a fight and you just walk in and you feel that tense energy, or if you're around someone that was just yelling at each other and now they're shutting up because you're in the room, one of those. It's the same thing. So what you want to do is just get rid of that. Another way to, when someone says, oh, I think I have something attached to me, a lot of people don't realize that they have free will. Nothing can overtake you unless you allow it. Some things can get bypassed, I'd say, but again, you still have total control over if someone says something your way, you have total control over taking something in or not. That is on the astral, something's in me, I'm possessed, that kind of thing. In all of my life and travels and talking to people and working with people, I would say there's only one person that I know of that did have that, and they invited that in when they were 5 years old. It has been removed and sent back where it came from, but this person carried that around for a very long time. The other thing that I get a lot of is I got a curse on me. Yeah. Now, a lot of people go to, let's say, con artists. I just put it right out there. Con artists who they find out your weaknesses and they find out your fears, and really they're just in it for money. They're con men. And they'll say that you got a curse on you, and what they're really doing is planting a seed of negativity inside of you. So when something negative happens, you tend to think, oh, I do have a curse on me, and then you're actually doing it to yourself. Meanwhile, they're milking you dry of every penny you have. And I've dealt with several of these unscrupulous people, and also customers that come in that have dealt with these people. And I think that's very unethical. Another one is, I have people asking me all the time, how do I know if it's spirit talking to me, or if it's me, or if it's in my head, or whatever? And the answer to that is, Spirit's going to speak to you in a very still, quiet voice. And great, hi, how are you? We're just doing a live stream thingy. Spirit's going to speak to you in a still, quiet voice, and these are the indicators that you know, at least that I've realized. You're not told to do anything. You're not commanded. You're not pressured. It's a suggestion. You're not condemned or judged if you say no. And it does not go against your highest good or your ethics, morals, or values. When it's yourself, it's usually something negative, it's usually something commanding, and it's usually something that doesn't serve you on any way, shape, or form, any level, actually. So those are the questions that I get. Anybody out there has any questions, please make a comment here. Anybody out there? I have some customers in here right now, and I'd like to know, do you guys have any questions that you would like to ask so the public can know? Any questions about anything that you'd like to ask me?
Do you have any questions? I don't have a question, but I certainly can say that I thoroughly enjoy coming here.
Oh, thank you.
You've done many of my readings and you've been spot on.
Oh, thank you. But do you have any questions that you would like to throw out to the public about anything that you've...
Personal?
Well, anything that, any question that you have of anything esoteric, religion, about me, anything, any question at all that you have. It's not limited.
Good question?
You can ask me a personal question. I don't care. Doesn't mean I'm going to answer. It depends on how personal, but you can ask.
What do you see as for the future with me?
Now you're asking me to be the magic 8-ball, and so here it is.
Yep.
This is the magic 8-ball. Okay. This is another thing that I get quite often of people coming in. Being psychic is not being. Okay? I have to sit down, not to say it takes forever, but what you're asking me is to turn the switch on for a nanosecond and turn it off.
Exactly.
So I would rather not do that
Absolutely.
because it's not anything. It's like reading a horoscope. You're getting one line,
Right.
okay? And you know, it's not really productive. I don't see it as being productive. And future for you, that's very vague.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's many aspects of your life. So when you say future, I would need to sit down and I would need to open up and get messages from Spirit about that, because it's not a one answer thing, and it's a very vague question.
Yeah.
To be honest with
It's
you.
understanding.
So that's why I don't do, like one answer questions, because no.
Yeah.
No.
Well, and like I said, I've had many readings with you.
Yeah.
Whether it was over the phone or personally coming in here.
Right.
And you've been spot on.
Right. And the other thing is, like, when I get information from the source of creation, I don't just get one thing.
Right.
So even if I were to answer one question, I would just keep going.
From Beyond the Veil,
Mm-hmm.
the only thing I could ask or want to know is from one to another is, do you see, or would you feel from me just walking in, see anybody around me?
Well, again, that's another thing. I'm not on all the time.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people have a misconception about what psychic is. I have to actively use my will to say, okay, I'm going to put my mind in that space. I'm going to ground. I'm going to connect. I'm going to protect. I'm going to, open up. And now I'm going to go, ooh, hey, yo, and do a shout out. And now I've got to wait and see what comes in. It's not that I keep my eyes open. I'm not on all the time.
Right.
Correct.
I have to turn it on and off at will in order to function.
Absolutely.
I understand that.
Because otherwise I will be bombarded. And this happened to me when I was younger.
Mhm.
I was so bombarded by feelings, by seeing things, by hearing things. I couldn't function.
I understand that.
I couldn't think. I couldn't do anything. All I did was sit there and cry.
Mm-hmm.
It was horrible.
Mhm.
So then I had to learn, and I was 9 years old. Then I had to learn how to shut it off. Okay, so now the thing is, that's a very good question, and I want to explain a what if with that, because there is a sidebar to that.
You don't have to explain.
There are people that do come in. Like I said, a lot of times things come through anyway. Sometimes people will come in and it cannot be ignored.
Mhm.
In other words, it is so powerful,
Mhm.
I just go, what? You know what I mean? I just get called to it.
Wow.
I'm not looking for it. I'm not open, but it's so strong that it does come in, especially with people's feelings, and especially for some reason animals. I see people come in and animals are following them.
Mhm.
So I see that a lot, especially dogs.
Mhm.
Dogs and cats, that's it. I see a lot of dogs and cats that follow people in. Sometimes when I do a reading, I'll be talking to them and explaining to them what I do. And as I'm talking to them, I see someone follow behind them as they're walking to the seat. So I'm already getting that, because that person, because I still consider it a person, is like, hey, this person can see me, so I'm jumping in right now.
Mhm.
Okay, and that's usually how it starts. But I don't actively go looking for it. But
Right.
if it's there, I'll see it.
Right.
Yeah, I'll see it.
Let me ask you, do you smell certain smells?
Yes,
or-
I do. I smell a lot of times. If it's my own loved ones,
Mhm.
I will smell either their aftershave, or I will smell an overpowering smell of roses, or the way that, everybody has a smell. Every person has a smell.
Right.
So I would smell, different things. Yes, I do. That's another confirmation that I know what that is,
Right.
because sometimes I might not get a picture. Sometimes I'll just get a smell, a thought, a feeling, and then sometimes I'll just get a picture and then nothing else. So it just depends on what that energy is doing too.
It's nice to know that you've learned how to shut it off yourself.
Well, it took
and not
it
have-
took a lot of effort. And otherwise you lose your mind,
Yeah,
Oh God, yeah.
I know.
and so I had to learn that, and that's self-discipline, that you just have to learn how to do. Like I said, sometimes things will come through.
Mhm.
That's why, when I'm in a crowd, I put myself in a bubble of light so
Right.
that I'm not intruded upon.
Mhm.
I just came back for a couple days vacation. I did a state vacation. I just did nothing for a few days, and I didn't do any readings. I didn't do anything at all, and it was very refreshing, because a lot of
That
times,
shows.
even when I'm on vacation, I'm still doing readings. So
Right.
it was nice to just totally shut off. I did it. The only time I got I got information coming to me was from when two men were standing on a street corner, and me and my friend were going to get in our ride to go back to the place we were at, and they were very unsavory, and she felt it at the same time. All we did was take one look, and we both said to each other, yeah.
Instantly.
Okay, so that was, and that, you know, Spirit's like trying to warn you. You know, you got that heightened sense of, you know, this could be dangerous, or this is not a good vibration, just stay clear. And that's what we did.
automatically know.
Yeah, we automatically knew.
Wow.
So that's the only thing a lot of times that get through, you know, with me. If someone is, you know, very emotionally charged or upset, or, you know, I will feel, sometimes I will feel that. I will feel a lot of apprehension when people come in, especially first timers. You know, they think, you know, the boogeyman is
Right.
going to get them. You know, so I keep telling them, hey, there's nothing negative in here. And if you have any questions about any symbols or anything that you see, let me know and I will explain it to you. And one thing that I do have a lot of people that come in that are of the Christian faith. And I don't put down any faith at all. I think every faith is valid. But they've been programmed more than others than the Roman Catholics of, you know, you come here, you go to hell. One of
Right.
those deals, you know. It's
Right.
all the devil's work and all that. Well, I happen to have a King James 1 version Bible that I always refer people to, Corinthians 1 chapter 12, where it talks about spiritual gifts that God gives to people. And so, you know,
Dreams.
and I was raised, you know, Roman Catholic. I'm not Roman Catholic anymore. I'm Wiccan since the 90s, but I just expanded my belief system on that. I didn't throw it away. I don't discount it. There's some things that I think are just horse shit. Oh, sorry. But I went to Catholic school and I knew it then. But so I know what the source of creation, to me, what it is. It's wonderful. You know, just unconditional love and a lot of hope going on there. And of course, you know, the reincarnation and stuff like that. But the Baptists, you know, and the evangelical Christians that come in here, and I even have people that come in here that are Jehovah's Witnesses. I also have people come in that are Mormon. I do. They don't go past the rocks though, because they don't want to see any symbolism of idols and stuff, which I could understand. That's their philosophy.
Right.
You know, I don't shove anything down anyone's throat. The store has everything to accommodate every religion, thought process,
No judgments.
or none, or not.
No
Right.
judgment.
It's your way of, this is what you connect with, and this is the way that you connect with that, and this is the way you express it. You know, everybody has a misconception about that. Everybody has the right to express it the way they see fit, as long as it's not hurting anybody. That's my own personal view on that.
Well, I have explained, this is her first time coming here. This
Oh,
is my
welcome.
best girlfriend.
Welcome.
And I explained to her how phenomenal you are.
Oh,
Truly.
see, this is the other thing. Okay, I'm not a guru.
No.
I'm just saying, I have to do this for myself, and I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
I'm not on a pedestal. Okay, I consider myself a spiritual civil servant, and I always have since I was a child. Didn't matter what job I had, people came to me. I was always doing psychic stuff, but not charging for it. I was always doing stuff. Okay, I was always doing stuff. Thought it was normal. Thought everybody did it. Then found out no. But that's okay. But as far as what you're saying about accepting other religions and then, okay, I am not. I look at myself as I'm just a vehicle. Okay, I'm just a mouthpiece. I just deliver the message or teach whatever, and then it's up to you to take it or not, to use it or not, apply it or not. It's not up to me. I'm here just to deliver that message, point you in the right direction, but you have to do all the work. I have a lot of people coming in here wanting me to do spells for people. You know, and when I first opened the store, I was like, holy crap, I can't believe people are doing this, you know? Really, I couldn't. I was like, what? Okay, now, first of all, you know, a lot of people don't realize that the way I was raised was you don't do anything spiritual unless you've exhausted every other
Right.
aspect. Talking to the person, writing them a letter, calling them on the phone, you know, having other people, whatever it is to resolve whatever issue on the physical plane, the emotional plane, the mental plane. And then if that doesn't work, then you go to the spiritual plane. But you're really not supposed to do anything negative. I mean,
Right.
you can, but
don't.
you don't want the backlash of that.
Do unto
karma.
others.
Because like my grandma said, hey, what God giveth, God can take it right back. So I got the crap scared out of me with that one. But a lot of people come in wanting me to do bad magic or even good magic, do a love spell, break up my daughter and her boyfriend. I don't like. I said, what? That's your daughter's life. It's a free will. You can't do magic against anybody's free will. You can't. It might get to them, but it's not going to stick, and it might not play out the way that you intended to.
backlash.
And then you're going to get the boomerang. You're going to get the frying pan of the universe upside your head. You're going to get the boomerang, and you know what? It's going to take something from you, and it's really going to hurt. So
That was my whole purpose of saying you're
There's-
phenomenal.
there's
You're
no
very down to
point.
earth.
there's no point in doing that. I
Right.
mean, I would love to. Someone came in last week and said, "Oh, I think I got a curse on me." Someone looked at me funny, and this is what I grew up with. This, if looks could kill. Remember that
Right,
saying?
right,
If looks could kill.
You'd be butter.
I said, let me tell you something right now. If that was true, we would have dead people laying all over the concrete outside.
Amen.
We would have dead people laying everywhere. There hasn't been anyone on this planet that hasn't given someone a stink eye at one point in time. Okay? Or an F-U kind of look. All right. So, you know what? That is hogwash. The other thing is that a lot of people think that if you read this recipe, light that candle, and okay, it's going to happen. No. Just like the what do they call that? That stupid book that I hate. It's not
The Secret?
Yeah, that's it. The Secret.
Uh-huh.
I don't have The Secret in here. You know why I don't have The Secret? I'll tell you why.
Because it doesn't work.
The Secret. Well, they're only giving you one component.
Right.
They're giving you the component of like attracts like, the law of attraction, which is one of the universal laws. There are many universal laws, and in order to do magic or to change something energetically, you have to abide by those. You can't bend them. You can't break them. They have to be in succession, actually, just like if people know the Kabbalah.
Right.
It works on the Kabbalah. It's the same thing. The energy has to go through certain tunnels and certain routes to pick this up and meld that and mush this together and blah, 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 blah. It's your will, it's your focus, it's your intent, it's your energy, it's spiritual energy. It is a lot of things involved of inner work. It's all inner work. The stuff helps you. The stuff does have vibration, but it's also a distraction for your conscious mind, so your subconscious can do all the work, because that's where the work is done. When I was a kid, when we were growing up, all of us kids, 7 kids with my grandma, my mom was there too, but my grandma was the influence. We didn't use stuff. We used whatever we can get our hands on. There was no New Age stores in the 60s.
Right.
Hardly, except for Manhattan, maybe 1 or 2. But, you couldn't get nothing ordered anywhere, So you had to make your own stuff. You had to do with, the stick outside or the stone outside or the couple leaves from the tree or a shoelace you found or whatever the heck it is, to do it. So we learned that, you're using your mind, your visualization, your energy, your intent. The stuff does help. It really does, but it's not the end-all and be-all of changing things in your life. I also have, at this time of year, this is kind of funny, I got the Satanists coming in, And, yeah. So I had these young people. Now, I'm not saying that Satanists they're not out there. I think there's a few out there, but, I think things have changed since I've researched Satanism. I've read about all different religions. So Satanism is a recognized religion in the United States, so how to read it. Well, it is. It's always a perversion of the Roman Catholic faith, actually. That's really what it is. Well, that's what it used to be. But now things have changed from what I see out there. Now it's more like hedonism.
Right.
Yeah. And that's about it. Yeah, poo-poo. So they come in, and I ask them, when they got these big, goat things hanging upside down and stuff, they expect to scare me, Yeah, I just laugh. This is what I ask them. Who's your naked woman altar? And they look at me. What? I go, you didn't read the book, did you?
Right.
Okay. Would you sacrifice lately? And they're in horror. Horror. Because they're probably vegetarians or whatnot. So they're probably in horror of, killing something. I said, you're not a Satanist. You're not a Satanist. oh, I don't listen to what, Anton LaVey did. I'm like, well, he made that whole thing. You got to go back to the maker. You can't keep changing stuff. That's the other thing that I got a pet peeve with. People keep changing stuff. The original stuff is the best stuff. I'm not to say that you should do it your own way, but there are basics that you should follow. That's just, what works, what doesn't. And, there's certain things that work for some people and certain things that don't. So these Satanists that come in, I asked them, how's your life improved? Has your life improved by doing that? Nah. They're still in mommy's basement, not doing the fucking thing. Oh, sorry, I said the word fuck. Oh, I'm sorry, say it again. I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry about... I'm not putting down Satanists. I'm not putting down the real Satanists out there. Okay, there's probably a few out there somewhere. But you know what? They don't go boasting their stuff. Just like people that do magic. I got people coming in here saying, oh, I'm an adept at this, and I bought a certificate for that. I said, yeah, how's your life better? What have you done? Nothing. They haven't done nothing. I said, you wasted $5,000, you moron. So, nobody can make you something. Nobody can make you something. This is all inner work. My grandma told me when I was 9 that being psychic is a responsibility, and it's a heavy burden. It's like a cement donut around your neck. Are your shoulders strong enough to carry it? Because you can't be a wuss bag. You just can't. You've got to be strong inside, no matter what, and cling to the source of creation for your hope, your strength, and also your personal power. And you got to hang on. Sometimes you really need it. Because inside we're a bunch of marshmallows. Okay? Because this is just
it's a hard burden.
That's armor. So this is just armor. Marshmallow, total enabler, yep. You think you got problems? I got a whole bunch more. But I'm doing what I'm supposed to do spiritually, and I would not do any other thing, and I would walk through hot coals, I would do anything, go through the same crap I have in my life to do the same thing again, because that feeds my soul. That's who I am.
Right.
That's my job. So
it's what made you who you are.
It's my job. I mean, I came into the world knowing I had 3 things coming in. I knew what that was. No one told me. I just knew. So I thought, what do I do with it? Why do I have this? Okay, and you go through getting ostracized and name called and shunned and all that.
Nobody believes you.
Oh, I still have that. Even in my own family of 13 psychics. Even the other psychics that don't have exactly what I have don't believe me. One of them says, don't say that because they know it's going to come true. Yeah, so we all have different stuff. But it's work. People don't realize that it is work. And if you do the work, the perks are this. The joining with the source of creation, I can't really explain what that is. It is a marvelous, marvelous thing. There's no fear of death. You can find lost stuff. That's another one. My sister calls me up 1,500 miles away, and she wants to find lost stuff. So that's pretty comes in handy when you lose stuff and you walk into the room, and you go, oh, where the heck is that? First you say, why am I here? Because when you get older, you forget why you walked in another room. And then you go, oh yeah, I'm looking for that. Where is it? And as you're whining and carrying on about it, you look for there it is. So that's what happens with that. But a lot of people seem to enjoy the messages that I give them through a reading, or people come in and I just talk to them, and help them, get themselves a little more grounded and situated, especially if they're in a high emotional state, Don't get me wrong, I have kicked a lot of people out here, so, I don't take any, harassment. I have to tell you that. Someone comes in busting my chops, I just get them right out. They're not serious. I don't need that. I don't have time. So, anyone have any questions about anything, or how much time we got left?
We're at 33 minutes in.
Okay.
You can actually cut it if you would like.
No, I'm just wondering, hey, where the heck is everybody there?
I'll bring up some of the questions for you.
Yeah, bring some questions for me and I'll answer some questions.
Get this one off thing.
See, I don't know how to use that thing.
You like that one?
Sorry, people. I'm so illiterate when it comes to this. I wasn't born with this in my hand. I'm sorry.
Dana, did you see this?
Okay. Oh, here we go. Is that what?
Mhm.
It's working fine.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, wait. I have a question. How can I open myself up to spirit without worrying about seeing something that might scare me, like a ghost? I feel like the fear blocks me from opening up. This is from Jerica. Jerica, I hope that you're still listening. Sorry about the delay on that. This is what what I teach in psychic development. Number one, you have to be grounded. And that is firmly attached into the earth energy, knowing that your body is safe, you're not going anywhere, and you're good, you're rooted. The second thing is that you need a firm foundation on what you believe in, because you're going to be attaching to that source of creation. And there's a method that I teach about that. If you want to stop in or give me a call, I can go through it with you. I'd rather you come in with that, and I do teach that. I'll tell you for free, I don't charge for that. And then you're going to connect to the source of creation. You're going to put a light, a white light around yourself, like Glinda in The Wizard of Oz. And now you're connected, grounded, and protected, with the intent when you're done with your session or whatever, your connection, everything's going to go away. So you're going to have a trigger when you set that up. And that's for anything. So what you have to do is you have to go in, Jerica. You can't, first of all, you can't be afraid. And that is why you're attaching to the source of creation, because the source of creation made everything. And when we leave our body, we are still something. So you can get rid of anything. You are denser than spirit energy. You're vibrating at a higher rate for the most part. As far as ghosts can't hurt you. Nah, they can just scare you. But if you get scared, you're going to lose your connection and your protection, and you're going to really scare yourself. So I would not go that route. Okay, you want to first call in, just put a shout out to an angel that if you lean that way, or a relative that you loved or something like that. You don't want to just say, hey, everybody come in. You want to be able to, like when I do the seances, I only ask for positive spirit. So ask for positive spirit while you're sitting there in a meditative state, connected, protected, and with your bubble. And I think that you'll do just fine. If you want to talk to a deceased relative, I find a really simple method for that. All you do is picture their face in front of you with your eyes closed. And you ask a question and just wait. And that's it. And you might get a message. But the thing is, fear is your enemy. You have to turn your fear into courage. And the only way to do that is to connect to the source of creation. I hope that answered your question, Jerica. Oh yes, Jerica, the Wicca class is on for tomorrow at 7 o'clock. And that is free. Hey Brian, thanks. I love the OMG heart. Okay. Amy. Oh, love hearing my point of view. Thank you. I have a very big mouth and I don't shut up. Yep. Thank you for that. Inspiration. Nicole, thank you so much. That's a great compliment. That I made an impact on your life. I want to correct that though. Nicole, you made an impact on your life. Okay, our paths just crossed for me to give you a message, kind of like a relay race. Okay, you did the work, Nicole, so, a big clap for you, Nicole. You did it yourself. I just showed you, hey, look at this. But thank you for the compliment. The Harvest Moon this month, that's on the 24th, I believe. Not the Harvest Moon, but we have the fall equinox coming. The moon already was here. We already have the moon. I don't think we have two moons. I gotta look. I could be mistaken. Thank you, Brian, for the laugh, hug. I don't know. They're emoji things. Okay. Let's see. Classes every week, Nicole. Yes, we have classes every week, and we have free classes, paid classes. We have free classes on Saturdays at 2, except for the last. And we also have a women's club once a month, Women Helping Women. We have the free Wicca. And if you can't come for a class on a certain scheduled date, I would be more than happy to put you into another book that I have. And that I'll work with you on that. So, anybody? Oh, hey, Brielle. Hey, how are you? Yeah, she's excited to see me expand. That's a nice way of saying, hey, you're on the internet. Jerica, I had to come kicking and screaming. I have to tell you that, because how everyone knows how much I hate these things. But, I'm looking at it like TV, I guess. But yeah, I'm expanding, I guess. Looking forward to old age and all that. So got to catch up with this stuff now before I die. So it's an experience, I have to tell you that. But thank you, Brielle. Let's see who else we got. Anybody else have a comment or a question that they would like to ask me right now? Anybody have any questions? Okay, I'll just keep yapping. I'll just tell you, a lot of people are interested in psychism, and I got the other question is, how did I get into this? If I hear that one more time, I'm going to spit on the ground. It's not that I got into it, and I really believe that people just don't get into it. I think that they come to a point of where they're ready for it. I don't think people just wake up one day and say, "Oh, I think I'll get into that." Although there are, believe me, those are the con men I was telling you about. But other than that, it's not like, "Oh, I want to get into this." It's a part of me I want to explore a little more. It's a part of me I want to grow. It's a part of me I want to evolve. And we all evolve at different rates and speeds. So no question is stupid. I never put anybody down for any question they ask me. Although I have to bite my tongue sometimes in laughter. Like when the lady I was teaching Reiki to said, "Can I bring someone back to life after they got hit by a car?" And I said, "No, they're laying in the street dead. That's not what Reiki's about." But no question is stupid. I mean, unless you don't, you have to ask. But no, you can't bring someone back to life with Reiki. Unfortunately, no, you can't. I would have brought back a lot of my animals, believe me. And a couple of relatives too. Couple I'd let stay dead, but a couple I'd bring back. So I want to explain to you. I don't remember a lot of my readings. A lot of people say, "Oh, remember when you told me that? Remember when you told me this?" Nah, I don't. It's not my stuff, and I got enough stuff in my head already, so I can't remember all that. It takes up too much room. And I'm not supposed to remember because it's a message coming from the source of creation, I don't keep that. So anyway, I've only had 3 what I call holy SH*T, figure that one out, moments of where I remember readings. And one of them was a young man that came in. He was 32 years old. And he sat down, and I was shuffling the cards, and I was telling him, what I do, how I do it, blah, blah. And I kept hearing this message, tell him to get up, get his car, do not pass go to the hospital. I thought, well, okay, let's see what's behind that. I couldn't get nothing. I was like, I didn't see no pictures. I didn't hear no other messages. It just kept getting louder and louder and louder until finally I dropped the cards. It was annoying me. I tried to push past it, and I just saw black, which that never happened before. So I thought, okay, stop there. So I tell the guy, look, you're going to think I'm crazy, but get in your car, do not pass go to the emergency room. Well, I didn't know if he was going to go or not, but out of my mouth came, if nothing's wrong with you, I'll pay your bill. Well, after those words left my mouth, I almost had a heart attack myself, thinking, holy crap, I'm going to have a $3,000 doctor bill here. Nothing's going to be wrong with this guy, right? This is the kind of trust that I have in spirit messages that I get. Okay, I have to put the stupid human factor aside, and I have to go with what I'm given. Well, 2 weeks later, I get a phone call from the girlfriend. And she said, I want to thank you for saving my boyfriend's life. I said, whoa. I didn't save anybody's life. Thank whoever you believe in for saving his life. It wasn't me, didn't do it. So I said, what happened? She says, well, you gave him a reading and you told him, get up, do not pass go, get in your car, go to the emergency room. And he did. And he wound up having a quadruple bypass. And the doctor told him if he would have waited 24 hours, he would have been dead. Well, that was my holy shit moment right there. I had 3 of them my whole life. That's the only, I remember 3 readings. That's one of them. Even I sometimes go, oh, wow, I still can't believe this happens. I still can't believe that I get these messages, for people. I wish I'd get them for myself. That'd be cool, but nah, just other people. But anyway, I'm glad that you guys are excited here. I got some people that are really excited. If anybody wants me to talk about anything, just type something in. Hey, Stormy, don't worry about it. I will see you soon. Nice. Thank you for typing in there. Is that what you're supposed to say? Type it in? Checking in?
Commenting.
Oh, commenting. Thank you for commenting. See, I'm still with the IBM Selectric. Sorry, guys. I know you don't know what that is, but it was a typewriter. It worked really well. It made a lot of noise. It went ding, and you had to shove the thing back. Yeah, that's a good typewriter. Anyway, anybody has any questions, please give a shout out here. Or I'll just keep yapping. So I'm good at that. Now, the other thing I want to talk about also, too, is, you know, I don't, if someone comes in and says, well, I need supplies for this, that, and the other, a lady in the last week, she had a laundry list like this. I said, you don't need all this stuff. Someone told me I needed to buy all this stuff. I said, no, you don't need to buy all that stuff. So, you know, you come in here, I'm not going to oversell or push anything, or I just give you the minimal, what you need to do, and explain what you need to do in your head. That's it. There's a lot of resources and reading materials. If you need to look something up or buy some, that's fine. But I also direct people to different references and different resources to what they're doing so they can get their stuff together and do it the way that they choose to do it, with the minimal amount of product and spending least amount of money, because hey, money is important. Yeah, we need it to eat, so we don't want everybody spending all their money on this stuff and not having enough food money. That's not good. So if anybody has any questions, just
About 10 minutes
yeah,
left.
we got about 10 minutes left, guys, and I also would like your feedback as to you know, what you would like to see, because this is, like I said, this was a test in the middle of the day, but we're going to be doing one at night in the evening. And so I'd like you guys to talk about it on the Facebook. You know, I'm not on that Facebook. I just want to let you know, don't ask me questions on the Facebook, because I don't go on there. I don't know my password. John does that for me. I tell him what to put up there. He's real good at it. So you got to call me up, or you got to see me in the face. That's how I roll. So I don't go on the Facebook. I like the Facebook. I looked at it once, but I don't know how to figure that out. Even if I wanted to say something, I couldn't figure that out. I'm not good at it. So I would rather you come in and talk to me or call me on the phone. But the reason I put the Facebook on there was so that people could talk to each other, and that they can be informed of, you know, like different moon things and different little you know, simple spells, you know, phases of the moon, things like that, you know, what we've got coming up. And basically for people to get together, like minds, to chat amongst each other, and maybe make some friends and stuff like that. That was the whole purpose of it. It wasn't for me to go on there and yap away or type every 5 minutes. I don't have time to type. That's why I don't do email, so don't email me. Nope. Like I said, face or phone only. And this is a first for me doing. So I hope that you really liked it. And I don't know what else to talk about. What should I talk about?
We have
We got 10 minutes?
2 more questions.
2 questions. Okay. I didn't see them. What's the question?
Is it not showing up here?
No. Oh, see, I don't even know how to use that scroll thing. Sorry. Okay. Amy, quick question. What would be good for dealing with anxiety? I tend to think the worst things will happen. Well, I used to do this as a kid. You know, my mom called me Little Miss Sunshine, to be actually honest with you. Okay, I always had a face on. All negative always hit me, smack in the face all the time. Well, that's because I was drawing that to myself. And, you know, like, if you have that vibration, that's like if you lay in bed one morning and you say, you know what, today's going to suck. I'm going to have a crappy day. I'm going to hit traffic. I'm going to be late for work. Nothing's going to go right. Well, guess what? It's not gonna. You're already putting that in your subconscious, because your subconscious takes suggestions. So if you try that experiment, and then the next day say, you know what, everything's going to go great. I'm going to have good luck today. Things are going to go wonderful. And you will see a difference, because your mind, your subconscious rules you, not your conscious mind. So try that. But as far as anxiety is concerned, again, I'm a very anxious person, Amy. Yeah, I'm a whack job, Amy. So you think you're crazy? Nah. I got everybody beat. But listen, with anxiety, you know, deep breathing helps. Okay, something repetitive helps. You know, as far as on the physical world, that helps. You know, some people get into cleaning, some people get into needlework, some kind of hobby, you know, to distract you from the emotion and the thought running in your head. Another great way to help with anxiety in the moment. There's a great meditation that I found, and I love it because it has curse words in it. I don't know how you feel about that, Amy, but it's called the Fuck It Meditation, and you can get it on YouTube, and it's free. And I paid the $1.99 for 15 minutes of it. And it's this guy. He's got a real nice voice, and you see these clouds and stuff. And you breathe in and you breathe out, and you just say, fuck it, you know. But anyway, I thought it was a joke. Someone sent it to me as a joke. And I wound up using it. And I was driving home one night, and I started feeling very anxious because I do have anxiety issues. And especially with car accidents and stuff driving, because I've been in many. So using this breathing technique, just breathe in real deep and then breathe out and just let it go and not think about it anymore helps a lot with anxiety. Also make sure that you eat properly and you get enough rest. Okay, and the other thing is, this is another suggestion, don't think of what was, don't think of what is to be, think of what is. And that tends to help ground you a little more, at least it does with me, when I get those anxious feelings. I'm in the here and the now, and I'm not worried about anything else. I hope that helped you. I hope that helped you. I also have here, okay, anxiety. Jerica, a great medium. I think this would be a great medium for tarot card classes. You know, I'm working on putting some of my classes on files. Working on that. Okay, that's going to go on the site. So hopefully within the next year, I'm going to throw them all up at once, I think. You know, bang, bang. So I'll keep you informed on that. But I am working on classes, certain classes that I can do. And then, you know, you just open it up and there you go. It's not live stream. It is taped, but it'll be up there. That's a great one. And it's going to be a long class. It's 2 parts and it's pretty long. But it's a really good, thorough class. Am I open to giving messages live today? Well, it depends on what kind of messages you're talking about. Again, you want me to be the magic 8-ball, I have to consider that, Dana, so you're going to have to type in something else. Oh, sorry, comment something else. Katie B, I'd love to do tarot classes on here as well. Could you do a lesson for every card and go into detail of it in the history? Katie, I do a class for that day and night in person. Like I said to Dana, was it Dana? Jerica. As I said to Jerica, they are going to be going online. Okay, but I do go one card by one card. This is how I do teach it. And it's very in-depth. So it will be going online within the year, and I hope that you look for it then. If you don't want to take it in person, that's great. Whatever you choose to do. Information about different kinds of crystals and stones. We give a free crystals and gemstones class on Saturdays every month, and we also do a crystal grids class on Saturdays every month that is also free at 2 o'clock. So just check out the calendar. Dana wants to know, carry a good grounding stone. You're right, Amy. A good grounding stone is great. She could use red jasper. She could also use a stone to get rid of negativity, and obsidian, and nature makes many forms of those. So there's a lot of good grounding stones that can be used for that. Also, a worry stone is good, or a stone or a pendant around the neck is good. Oh, Brielle, you like the meditation. I'm great. That's great. Brielle says, I love the meditation. It was a wonderful starting point for meditation for me, and I still use it when I want to run people over. Brielle, I fully agree with that. I fully agree with you. Amy, thank you for your appreciation, and I give it a try. Try the grounding stone, the deep breathing, the meditation, staying in the here and now. You've got to learn what your triggers are. That's the other thing, Amy, as to what sets you off. And, I've got like a gazillion. So I first had to identify them, okay, and then figure out, okay, how do I manage that one? So you just take it one at a time. Some are easier than others, but don't be hard on yourself. It's okay that you have anxiety. I don't know a person out there that's normal. I don't know. I don't think anyone's normal. We all have... you know, we all have our idiosyncrasies. We all have our issues. We're human. You know, we're not perfect. So don't be so down on yourself with that, sweetheart. You're gonna be just fine. You'll learn how to handle that. Believe me, you'll roll with the punches after a while, or you'll just say fuck it. I mean, that's the other thing too. Am I gonna get censored on this thing?
No.
It's not like TV and YouTube. All right, it's not like TV, radio, and YouTube. That's really cool. I could curse. That's nice. But I told you I was gonna try to keep it to a minimum. All right, we've got about 5 minutes left here. The other thing, let's see, what do we've got here? Let's see what else to talk about.
That's it for.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Any other comments there from anybody? Well, I'd like to thank the ones that participated and took a look. I know it was a rough hour for this, but like I said, it's just a test, and we're going to be doing it again in the evening so that it's more open to people that, you know, that are working or whatever, that can't see it. And hopefully this will be able to, I don't know, stick there online or whatever the heck it is, so that if you do have questions, you know, you could type them in there, and then when I do the next one, I can answer your questions. And John will let you know on the Facebook thing, you know, when that's going to be, but it's going to be in the evening. So I want to thank everyone for tuning in, and thank you for your questions. It's been great. And thanks for your patience with me on the internet stuff. Okay? And you guys have a great day, and hope to see you soon. I hit end. I don't know what else to do next.